I'm gonna stop and start again because I don't want to go too off track.
Okay.
Like, I don't want it to be like, okay, I'm bored.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like, it needs to be straight to the point.
Yeah.
And I'll just try and get into it more. I have a tendency to ramble and I can't ramble all the time.
Okay. Are you going?
Yeah. Hey guys, so no intro today because the title would be way too long. But basically we want to talk about how when we're to give somebody their macronutrients based on their current dieting history, they come back to us after a week or two and say, it's way too much food, I can't hit it. Now the problem with that is when you're given these macronutrients, for example, Brianna comes in and says, you know, I want to lose some body fat. And I say, okay, go home and track a few days worth of food for me so I can set your macros up. So she'll go away, come back and give me an 18 or 19 or 2,000 calorie average with really, really bad macros, bad, you know, just like fats and carbs and proteins going everywhere, and it just kind of doesn't add up. And then I'll make the adjustments to it and, for example, put her on, say, 1,600 calories. She'll track for a day or two or 3 or whatever, and then come back and say, it's way too much food, I can't hit that. And that's not true. The reason for this is the mindset shift of, hey, I'm starting a diet, I have to eat, quote unquote, good food.
Yeah. Clean food. So the reason why you're getting so full is because, quote unquote, clean food is more filling. So people go, okay, I want to eat like chicken, broccoli, and sweet potato, and those foods are so much more filling, and you're probably eating those 3 foods for like 3 meals, and you're becoming so full because they're very like dense in like fiber, and they're quite low in calories, so you can eat more of them.
Yeah, so they have a really, really high nutrient density.
Yes.
So you'll see things like feeling fuller for longer, so that's like satiety, and they have a very, very low calorie density.
Yes.
As opposed to if you were to have maybe like steak instead of chicken, so there's more fat in it, so it's a little bit more calories. Then you would have maybe like oven roast potatoes that you've bought from the supermarket. They might have a bit of oil on them, so they've got more calories than if you were to boil potato.
Yes.
And basic things like that. So it's very, very easy to fill up on low calorie dense foods with a high nutrient profile.
So I would say if someone was on like 1,200 calories, which is very rare, then you would pick more low calorie food because you haven't got as much calories to play with. So you want to feel fuller for longer. But if you're on quite high calories, like I get a lot of males, they could be on like 2,500, and they're like, oh, I can't eat that. But instead of going, oh, okay, I'm going to have sweet potato, have like a glass of orange juice, and that's like 30 grams of carbs just gone from just one drink, which is not going to fill you up.
Yeah, and you still, if you've got, 2,500 or 3,000 calories a day to play with, and you have something like orange juice or ice cream, your fiber and that sort of thing is going to be made up elsewhere anyway.
Yeah.
But eating chicken and salad 10 times is not going to be a viable way for you to diet towards those calories. You've got to understand that when your macros have been given to you for fat loss, that's a lower intake of food.
Yes.
You didn't become overweight or you didn't start carrying excess body fat by eating less than that. That's a crock of shit.
No.
It's just the fact that that mindset changes. You start dieting, and because of newspapers and radios and all this sort of bullshit that tell you that you have to eat this clean food all the time to lose fat or lose weight, that convolutes your opinion on what you should and shouldn't be eating. When realistically, you're just supposed to be hitting your macronutrient targets
With any food that you enjoy.
with a variety of foods.
Yeah.
Make it easier on yourself. If you've got 30 or 40 grams of carbs left, have a little bit of ice cream.
Yeah, and that's how the restrict and binge and you can't stay on your diet, but we can do that for another video.
Yeah.
Why?
But that's basically why your calories seem like too much when you're dieting for fat loss sometimes.
Yeah.
Or macros.
Yeah.
Cool.